Hello everyone and welcome back to TechHiveHQ. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a fully functional login and register system using Java and SQLite in Android Studio. So we'll start by designing a modern and clean UI for both the login and registration pages. Then I'll walk you through writing the backend logic to handle the user script, validate credentials, and securely store the data locally using SQLite. So by the end of this video, you'll have a complete authentication flow with a login screen, registration page, and a home screen that only appears after a successful login. So let's get into starting building this Android Studio project. And so what you're going to need, first of all, you're going to need SQLite DB browser. So I'm just going to search for SQLite. So it's DB browser for SQLite. You want to come here, then you need to download it. So here it is. Then you need to download according to your machine. So if it's 64 bits, I recommend using the standard installer because this one there's no installer. So you're just going to click on it, download it, and install. For me, I have it downloaded, DB browser. There it is. So once you have it, now you're just going to open your Android Studio. So you're going to, it's a new project, going to select MP views activity. So you're just going to call it login application. We're using Java. Yeah, build configuration, you can just use the Kotlin. Yeah, so this is okay. Click on finish. Yeah, and let it build Gradle, and then we'll start. If you're using, it's better to use Gemini. Yes, just click on yes. So let it finish, then we'll continue. So it has completed only after 8 minutes. So what I'm going to be using my phone as the emulator. Just gonna click on, it's gonna connect. Yeah, just going to be using this as my emulator as we move on. So what I usually want to normally do is delete all of this first. So we are going to create the login page first, then you're going to create the register page, then you're going to go to the logic for both of them. So we are going to start with so let's go to activity main. So split it, maximize it. So what we want here is we're going to use a linear layout. So you're just going to change this linear layout. Just going to change this to linear layout. Then you're going to remove this text view, and then you're also going to change the orientation to vertical. Then you also need the background to be white. So add color, but it's going to be specific background. But since we do not have this, we are going to color resource, and it's going to be somewhere here. We don't want it too white. So okay, yeah, there we go. Then there's also some assets that you're going to be using. So they are here. So these shapes, and this is going to be at the login page, and this is just the register. So you're going to try and make it look fancy. So what you're going to do after here is you're going to add an image view. So everything is just wrap content. Then I'm going to give it an ID, and you're going to call it just a shape. And then you're going to add it src. So shape, just going to add it first. Drawable. Mine is under. The one is usually easier is just dragging it. Let's just drag all of them here to drawable factor. Yeah, and you have them here. So drawable at home, we need shape. So it's good there. Then you're going to move to the next thing. Now we want to tell them welcome when they get here. So it's going to be a text view. This one is going to be match parent and wrap content, because we want it to be a specific size. Then you're also going to give it an ID, and you're going to call it welcome. Then you're also going to change the font. So we are going to go to attributes first to add it. Font family, just click on here, scroll more fonts. The font I like to use a lot usually Poppins. So Poppins, regular. Okay, so we have added font pop-ins. Then you want text alignment to be center. You close this so that you can see what's going on, but we can't still see, so text color black. No, I still can't see it. Text size, you're going to go for something like 20 sp. The reason why you can't still see it is because you have not added the text. It's going to be welcome, just one exclamation. Then you're going to string resource, then click on OK. Then you want the text style to be bold. Oops. Yeah, and that's it for the text view. Then now you want to add an icon here so that it can look presentable. So we are going to add an image view. This one is going to be match parent, and this one you're going to give it a specific. So let's just put wrap content for now, then you're going to see what is the best size for it. So src, so home, yeah, you see that it becomes big, so we're going to try and change. So you can try 100, it's too small. 200, yeah, 200, can do like 205 dp. Oh, that's good. But we also want it at the gravity to be, layout gravity to be center horizontal. At the center, but horizontal. Then we also need to add an ID for it. ID, you're gonna call it login image. Then after that, now you want to add the edit text. That is basically what you're going to be writing inside. So the text, also this you're going to use specific. So maybe length, width is, it could be like 300 dp by 50 dp. 500 no, 50 dp and a dp. We also need to add an ID for it, which is going to be like input user image. That could be the ID for it. Then we also want, that's the thing with using Gemini, you can just, it gives you suggestions. So you can just click on that. So string email, contact action. So this could be email. Okay, and it's going to show their email. Then the gravity, we also want it to be center horizontal, just like everything else, that it looks good. Then padding, you need to add padding to the start and to the end equally. So padding start like 20 dp and padding end 20 dp. Then we also need to make it visible so that the text color is visible. Text color should be black, color black, yeah. So we also need to add a hint. So hint, oops, sorry, didn't know I added that. Then now we need to add a background for this. So that because this looks, we need something modern. So background, you're going to create a background for it. And you're going to call it input. We're just going to be, it's going to be a drawable. And you're going to call it input. But we don't have input, so you're going to create a new and call it input. So in this drawable input, we're going to need a vector. So it's basically going to look like this. So basically this is how it's going to look. The code for it, we're just creating like curved edges and make it white. So when it comes here, it looks like that. And we also, because this is an email, we need to make sure that the input type is email, text email address. Yeah, and that's it. Now you're going to go to the edit text for the password. So it's going to be the same 300 dp by 50 dp. Then so layout gravity center horizontal, same for that. Then hint is going to be string password. So we create this, so password, okay. Then you also need to add an ID for it. So input password. Then you also need to padding start and padding end should be the same, so it looks the same. We also, this needs to be the same. Then input type should be password, and because password you want them to use anything, so it's going to be text password. Margin top, because you can see they're like together, so you just click on 30 and there is a space in between them. So we have added the drawable input as the same. And if you don't want to give hints, we are just going to add hints, autofill hints, and just leave it like that blank. And we are done. Now we are going to create the button for login. So button, button. So this also is going to be fixed. So it could be like half of it. So 150 by the same 50 or 25. Let's just do 50 dp. We also need an ID for it, so it's going to be button login. Then you also need a text for it, so text it's going to be login. So we can just do this string and call it login. Then we just create this login, click OK. Yeah, see, login is there now. Then the layout gravity should be center horizontal, the same for this. Then there is padding top, just going to put the same 30 dp, but now that's the issue. So what we are going to do is we are going to draw this inside a linear layout so that everything is moved together. Everything is inside the button. But let us now, first of all, we need to change the color. So text color, so you just put it at black. And then font, we can also change the font to Poppins, so font family, so Poppins. Text alignment, so center. Then we can make it bold, yeah, bold looks better. Then for margin top, just going to 15 dp, yeah, so that's it. But also we need a button, because once a user comes in here, if they're not created an account, they need a button here which says login and login, create account and say forgot password. You can just create those buttons together. But now we want to, you're going to put them together with the login button in one linear layout below. A linear layout, not with the login, linear layout below this. So you're just going to, that they can be together. Just going to create a linear layout. So everything is going to be wrapped together. So the orientation is going to be horizontal because we want them next to each other. And then the gravity is going to be the same, center horizontal for everything. And then we also need to go margin top to be like 15 dp. And then I'm just going to close it like this, so that we can draw everything inside here. So we are drawing a button. So the button is going to be smaller. So let's say 100 dp by 50 dp, and margin top could be like 15 again dp. Then font could be Poppins again. Then so we also need the text. We need the create. So we can now create account. It will be okay, you can see, but you're just going to change the layout for it so that it looks much better. So alignment, text alignment should be center. Then we can also change the color, text color to be black. But now this kind of looks ugly. Let's first of all add the other button. It's going to be the same, but the only difference is going to be forgot password. Click OK, forgot password. So you want to change the background for this because this kind of doesn't look good. So background, we're going to change it to, we are going to create a background. So we are going to come here, new resource file. So you're just going to call it transparent black 10%, and just inside is just going to be a selector and an item, a drawable, which is just the color. So this color we are going to just something like that. Okay, so values, colors, can just make it more lighter. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so something like that. You can just add the transparent black 10% and do the same here, but still it doesn't look as great as it should be. And also let's not forget, most important thing, you need to create an ID for this button register. This is just, so ID button register. Do the same for this ID button forgot password. So you can just add some style, here. And also you can make the style bold and make this 120. So make this 120. You can also make this style bold, and then the style can be the same. So you can see it looks better. So let's try and run and see how it looks on the phone. Let's see. Launching up. Okay, let's see. It took so long. Yeah, it looks good. I don't like how the color of this looks. So we are going to try and change that. Let's try and change that. So where is my button? So we are going to try and change that. So we are just going to add a background tint, and we are just going to create it. I'm gonna call it, not even call it, just going to add a color. So you're going to come here to plus. So copy this, paste background. So just going to change it to login background. It is just going to be, can change it to, yeah, oops, not that one. Just gonna put it there. Okay, then go back to activity main. So it's going to be a color login background. Yeah, see, so maybe I try to make it look more, yeah, that's better. Let's see, apply changes and restart. Just restart, just run the app. Yeah, looks better. So this, you can change this to create account. What is the strings? You can change this to register. You can change this to 150. Oops, 100. Yeah, so it is visible, forgot password. Yeah, so this you can just make this a little bit long with 140, 150. Yeah, so that looks a bit better, so that it doesn't look like it's cramped. Register. So now, since we have created this, now we need to create the register page. So just going to come here, right click, new activity, empty views activity, just create register, finish. Again, delete this, then open this, split it. So what do we want in our register page? You want like an image here, then the register, all the things to register, and like a back button here. So since it's going to be a lot of stuff, you're just going to replace this with a scroll view, then same like we did. So background, just background, then not like that, background, then the scroll bar style, we want it to be outside over, then fill viewport, you want that to be true. Now we are going to create a linear layout that it stores the image and a back button. So we're going to come here, create a back button, search, and here, back button. Just wait for it to load. So okay, back, and next, just going to the list like that. So linear layout, so match parent, then wrap content, then orientation. Orientation is going to be vertical because you want them next to each other. So, and the padding, we can just add padding at the top, padding all round to be 24. Usually 24. Usually use 24 or 48 because that's like basically what they like us to use. So now we are going to add a relative layout inside of it so that we can order them well. So relative layout. So again, match parent, wrap content. Then now you can add the image view. Image view, you can just set it to be 40, a square, which is small, by 40 dp. Then you're going to add the image src, drawable here, drawable back. Then obviously the most important thing, id, back button. Then you need to add another image view. This time we want the width to match parent, but now the height is what is going to vary. Let's put it at 100 first, dp. Then we need to add the image itself, register. 100 is small, do 200. 200 is good. Always remember to add an id. You don't know when you'll need it. Image logo. Then we need to layout margin top. Just put it at 15 dp. Then because the scale type, fit center. Fit center. Then we are done with that. Then we go outside this linear layout down Then now we add a title for what this is, which is going to be register. Oops, what happened? I don't know why this is not showing. Let's just put everything inside here. Oh, oops, text view. Just wrap content, everything. Then again, always remember ID register. 15 is too small. Font size. So text size. So text size, I don't know why. Text size, you can put maybe 30. Yeah, 30 is good. Style, font size 30 dp. Why do I have an error here? Let's see the SP. SP is good for bold. Nice. Then margin top. We have already added that. Margin bottom, we can add something small like 15 dp. Then I believe we are done with that. Now we can create the edit text for everything. So match parent, and then this one you can set to something specific like 50. Oh, 50 is good. 50 is perfect. Then ID, input, full name, my full name. Then hint, I keep writing my full name. Input type is text color black. Then can add some padding horizontally. That can be like 15 dp. Then margin at the bottom can also be 15. And that's it. Then we can be easy if I copy this, input email, input user email, text email address, and color black, email. Then we can add this one again, input mobile number, text type, number, color black, and would like contact number. Okay. Then you can paste again, put address, D, and text address. Then password, text password. So copy this, control V, confirm password, then confirm password. Yeah, I think full name, email, contact number. Yeah, we can add before this we can add a gender, and gender we can add it through a spinner. So everything is match parent. Then this just the same, dp 6 dp. Background tint, color is black. Because this is a pop-up background, you want it to be white. And then margin bottom, same 15. Yeah, so that should be good. But now we need to add the resource values for this in the strings. So we have an array name, gender, and speaking of which, we haven't added the ID for the gender. So strings, so we can add an item, male. Yeah, good. This is why you need Gemini for that autocomplete. So let's test and see how it looks. So register. So is activity main activity. So we want button register, so that we can be able to see how it looks like. Button register. So register.set on click listener. So intent. Yeah, import start activity. So delete one of these. Yeah, and let's run this and see. It should run, and we should see this change to register and forgot password. Yeah. Register and forgot password. So you will click on register, yeah, but you see now we can't see anything. So let's fix that. Is register, yeah, because the background is white. So now we'll have to change that. We're just going to go to the top. So we want to change the color of the hint. So text color hint, we want also it to be black. So we're gonna copy this there, and then so if we run again and click on register, yeah, you see, but this will be set up afterwards. But now we are not done. We need to add a button, because how are you going to register without a button? Button, match parent, and then this could be again just 50 dp. Then see how everything is looking nice. So we can add a little bit of elevation. Can just start like 2 to 5. 5dp. Then you can add some background tint. You can just make it, call it button, but we haven't created that. So what you're going to do, just create it, then you can just, yeah, okay, and there you go. Now we have a button. So let's start with this activity register. Let's make sure all the buttons are working. So we want, when you click this, it goes back. So just come here. So button back. Did I call it back button? Oh, it's not a button, it's an image view. Image view. Back button. In import start activity. I don't know why I'm getting this error. Yeah, it was just a mishap. Register back. Register back. Yeah. So that is working now. Now we have created the UI. So next step will be creating the logic for adding everything to the database SQLite. So let's move to that step. But before we do that, we want to create a forgot password page. So this page, so that when it's clicked there, so you just want to have everything before we add the logic. So we are going to create a new activity. Okay, let me just close it and open it again. Okay, so new activity, empty views activity. We are going to call it forgot password activity. Forgot password activity. Finish. So we are going to create with some kind of blue theme. So let's just create it very quickly. There's the layout. So let's Gradle finish. Okay, so now we edit this. So we are going to change this to linear layout. Then why does it have error? Vertical, yeah. Let's just switch it to vertical. And then you're going to add a text view. So match parent wrap content. Then it's going to say this is like the title. Let's just do all of this, forgot password. And then layout gravity to, not even layout gravity, text alignment to center. Then you're going to add now the text field. So it's going to be material. So not up bar, but it's material text field. Just this text field, text input layout. So this is going to be match parent wrap content. Yeah. And then inside of that, we're going to have the edit text. ID input. Let's just make it easy and be input email. Let this just be wrap content, email registered. And then you're going to create this and write enter your register email. Just make everything caps, the first letter. And then text color, you can just put it to just a simple one. Then we are going to create the button. That. So now we create a button. Everything is going to be wrap content, then layout, margin, top, just as we have done it, 15 dp. Then text, reset, set password. Okay, and then you also want it to, the height, we can change it to be like 50 dp. And the color, text color, we can put it like then background tint, you can put like a color, put some random numbers, then come here and select reset password, text size 15 sp, ID, button reset, password, change to match parent, so that looks good. Then this one can remain at 50. Then you can create another text view that says return to login. Then we'll use it as a button. Wrap content, ID, back, margin top, normal 15. Make sure to keep everything even. So text, back, login. Then we create back to login. Okay. Then I'm going to set the clickable to true because it's a edit text. Then alignment center. Then the text color, same thing we do. Hashtag, couple of numbers. Yeah, that's great. Now that you have created that, you can change this, the edit text, to be material. So text field, text field, input email is correct, match parent wrap content. So we are going to change the type, input type, to be text email address, and you are Gucci. So padding and can add 10 dp, and at the front we can have the same. So take this and put it also at the button, or we can just do this and do all of this and just set padding here be like 15. Yeah, we are Gucci. Now we need to create another, because when the user clicks on reset, it will take you to a page where you reset your email, reset password activity. So create new empty views activity, set password activity, finish. So load changes, which changes have been made. So delete this, unable to save settings. Let's just finish then restart. So split it, same thing, change this to linear layout, then vertical. Then we're just going to do this, copy all of this except the last one, copy and paste. Then you're going to change this to set new password. Okay, new password. This one should be text password, new password. So new password. Okay, so again padding 15. Okay, because of that you'll have to copy all of this as a whole. Yes, then paste again. So confirm new password, confirm new password. So confirm password. Okay, then this one could be submit new password. Submit new password. And there you go. Set new password, blah blah blah. And then yeah, we have it. So let's go to main activity and set button forgot. So what was the name of the activity? So many things here. Close other tabs, open this, button forgot password. Yeah, then forgot, set on click listener. Yes, save and so let's see how it looks. So forgot password. Yeah, looks better, but now we can change the background to white. So activity forgot password and activity reset. So background, yes, background, color background, then forgot password, save, rerun. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, and then we need code for, so forgot password. We need for button. It's not a button, it's edit text. Back to login. Yeah, with a text view. Yeah, now it should work. Forgot password and back to login. Yeah, now so let's add logic. Oh sorry, you didn't see that. It's here. Then click on back to login and it's back. So now let's go to the register page and collect all the data and save it to the database. So right click here, the other tabs, then open this. So we are collecting full name, email, gender, contact number, address and password. Then we log in. So first of all, what we need to do, we need first to populate the spinner to make sure that it can be able to show the genders. Spinner, call it gender spinner, gender. Then because we stored it in an array, so the array is here. So we are going to call it so array adapter, and then this array adapter, it's a character sequence. So sequence adapter is equals to array adapt dot create form resource, so that it can be a form. So now inside here you're going to the context this array gender. Then we are going to set a default, so r.layout.spinner item. And since we have not created this, let's just create this. So what basically this spinner item is, it's so that, because basically we set it to a white background, and white background, the text by default is white, but we want the text to be black so that it can be visible. So we are going to add this here, text color. So this is just going to be a text view. So text color is going to be black, and then padding 15 as we have set it uniformly all throughout. Text size 15, and then you change this to wrap content, and there you go, we've created it. So string, so come back here, spinner item, and it's there. Then we create a drop down, and you see with with Android Studio it becomes easier. Yes, so let's try and run and see if we are able to select, because now before you couldn't, now you can. But also you can see it is still grayed out. So to fix that, you come to activity register. So here you're going to add a background. This spinner drop down item, this has been created by default, so we are just going to edit this or just change, then create, just create a resource. There you have it. It's going to be a text view. Match parent the same, wrap content, link, it's 15 as we have done, DP, so text color is going to be black, then background is going to be the background that we have used, or you can just use white. Then size 15 SP, and then we are good. Just run it and see. Don't know why it keeps indexing dependencies every time I run. We just remove Android and it should be good, because it was taking the default Android. So just rerun and this should be good. You see, now we're good. So now what we do is now start collecting the data one by one. So yes, button, register button, what was it called? Close all of this. So you always need to add an ID, excuse me. And then so here on click listener, we are not going to use that, but now we are going to collect the text, full name, import class. Then you're going to set the full name and set it to a string. So string to string, okay? So spinner gender, so string gender text, then this username, then mobile address, input password. Now let's make this more readable. So we need to validate and make sure nothing is empty. So if all of these are empty, then what do? We tell them fill in. So we make a toast, context this, then we tell them please fill in all fields, toast line short, then always good to return. Then we need to check if passwords are, check for passwords. Password does not match, then return. Then now we insert this data into the database. So content values, values is equals to new content values. So values, put full name, yes. But now where are we inputting them? So we are going to create a database. So we're going to click here, new class, my DB helper class. So this is where it's going to have everything. So this one, it should extend SQLite, then import this. So implement, okay, and create. So we are going to create a database name. So private static final string, because we don't want it to change. Database underscore name is equals to login.db. Then version. So it's just the same, version 1. This can be a string, is an integer. Okay. Do you still have an error? Yes, public my DB helper context, database name, database version, yeah. So the on create, this is where we are going to create the table with the data. So db.execute SQL, and then since this will be running every time you open the app, so you should, if it only exists, don't create it again. Yes, so that's it. Now we push this data to the database. So we are going to come here, long new row ID, insert users, db.insert users, and now this is showing this because we haven't called SQL. So private SQLite database db import class db.insert users null values. So we check if the data has been added. If new row ID is equals to -1, then we need to tell them that the data failed to insert. Dot make text, error inserting data, otherwise else, data inserted successfully, so user created successfully. And then if this is successful, we don't want them to remain at the same page. So as you can see, they're telling you intent, new intent, register main active so that they can log in. And then finally, it's always good to create on destroy outside here. So protected, destroy. But now this, we want db.close to be only closed when this condition is met. If db is null and db is not null and db is open, then we do that. Yes, db.close. So I believe this should work. Let's run, see. So register, full name, TechHive at 123, mail, contact number 234569870, address. Oh, I've seen another problem. We need to fix this so that it is scrollable. 1 minute. We just finish this. Then next. 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Done. It should not say login. So which field are empty? Okay, so we have an error, and I noticed we call this as register. Okay. Then so here we need to scroll, but we already added it. So fill viewport true, clip to padding. So we don't want it to. So clip to padding false. So I think that should fix that issue. As launched, register. You see now it's scrolling. Let's look. TechHive at 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why it's still not. Please fill in all fields. So there's a logical error. Name, gender text, image text, confirm. Name is empty, so we need the name. So the exclamation before is saying is not, if is empty, that's when we need them to show. Not when it's not empty. Confirm password. Yeah. So this should work. It was just a simple logical error. Fill in just next. Fill in a simple address. So 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. So there's an error. Where's the log cut? Null point, internal runtime, user Java. So my DB helper. So the issue could be this. Creatable users, then ID integer to increment, full name text. No, the error is not here. Full name, gender, email, user email, mobile address, password. We did not call my DB helper inside here. Rookie mistake. Yeah. My DB helper, new my DB helper. There's no need for this. Okay, let's run this. Then we can fix the scroll issue. Password 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. User created successfully. So that works. So let's just see. Android. So basically what I want to do is confirm that this data has been saved to the database. But basically you are going to come here to app data. So this one is com example de com example dot login application. So databases login.db, save as users PC, save it in the desktop. Okay, so then you're going to open SQLite DB browser, desktop, login.db. Then you're going to database structure. As you can see, tables, browse data, users. So the table has been created. So browse data, users. As you can see, it has been added. So TechHive mail, TechHive at 123. Then this is the address. Yeah. So now that is working. So now what you're going to do is go to the main activity and now process the login, so that now one can be able to log in. Yeah. Yes. So let's do that. So my DB helper will import, then my DB helper, then come here to db.getWritable database. Then now we process the login. Get to go to home. This is home. If it is successful, you want to go to home.class, but we haven't created home. So activity, empty views activity, home. Finish. So delete that. But before that, we want to get the user inputs. So edit text, import string im, then edit text, input password, then this validate, they're not empty. Okay, good. You can change this to please enter your email and password, and then return. Now we need to prepare and check if the user exists. So you're going to have the projection, the selection arguments, and then the DB query. So what do we need to check if the user exists? So string, we're going to have an array called projection. So we need the ID, full name. We don't need the gender. We need the user, then the password. That's what we need. We can just put them in separate for readability. Now then string selection is equals to email and password. Then string selection arguments, email and password. So we're going to need a cursor, but now we need to cursor users, projection, selection arguments, don't group by nothing. The order is nothing. So don't group the rows, and the sorting is nothing. And this is don't group the row groups and rows. So now what do we do if we have checked? If this is successful, we check if the user exists. So if cursor.getCount is greater than 0, that means they are present, is what you do. Cursor.move to first. Move to first. So what are we moving? String, full name, cursor.getString, and not that one. So we are going to go for a specific cursor.getIndex, cursor.getColumn index or row, full name. And now we are going to redirect them either to home, and it's good to always have an admin page. So we are going to create an admin page, activity, empty views activity, admin activity. As always, delete this. So you're going to set the requirements for having an admin. So you're going to say if, this is just simple validation. So if not full name email equals admin@123.com, then what do? We come inside here. Yes. Else autofill, no. Intent main activity home.class start activity. So we need to make a toast welcome admin. This one can be welcome.fullname toast. So that is it. Then after a successful login, clear. If neither of these are correct, you do that, but you also need to clear the user. You see this, you need to clear this so that they can look like this. So email.setText, password.setText to nothing. So let's see. So admin activity, so that we can know it's an admin activity. So text view. So text view here, you're going to admin size redsp. So copy this, do the same, home, save. So let's first of all see if this works. So it was 1, 2, 3. There's an error. 46. Input user email, input password. That's where the error is. Run 1, 2, 3. I hope this works. Yes, it works. So let's try and create an admin. So it was admin at 123.123 register. User created successfully. Admin at 123.com. Next 1, 2, 3. Done. Welcome admin, but it goes to home. Why? Admin activity admin. It's admin. So why? Close database. Let's see how it looks. Data. Nav. Databases. Save as. Stop. Okay. Yes. And database. Login. User. Admin at 123.com. And also we need to clear the password in case it was wrong. And also this is the error. My apologies. And also it's always good to close the cursor. So if and cursor is closed, cursor.close, and then on destroy. So admin at 123 .123 login, welcome admin, but it's still home. So let's try this text and see. Oh, so that's where the error was, and it was just showing me all along and I was ignoring. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, now we're good. So the only issue left to fix this, it does not scroll. So this does not scroll when I think we need to change scrollable, but I don't know where to change. So normally register is the register. So for this error, what you're actually going to do when you come to the manifest, you're going to change from that to adjust pan. Initially we had just put adjust resize, but just put it to adjust pan. So this is for the register and for the main activity. When you do that and run, let me show you. So when you click here and click on next, it just goes immediately to that. So register address 1 that was not showing, you see, it still scrolls. It scrolls up to the button. Now when you're done, you can click on register. So yeah, that's it. And now what we need to fix next is forgot password activity. So what you're going to do with forgot password activity, basically this one is not going to have authentication like for OTP and email, because this is basically all done offline via SQLite DB. So basically what's going to happen is, for this page, when a user enters an email and clicks on reset, it checks whether the registered email exists. If it exists, it's going to take you now to, where is the layout? It's going to take you to activity reset password, and now you can set a new password and then submit new password. So that's basically what we are going to do. So edit text, input email. So email, split right, let's split it, enter your registered email. So input email, apologies for that noise. So string, so convert it to string. Then when you convert it to string, so this, you want it to happen in between this. So yes, you want it to happen and close that. So this closes that, that closes that, this closes that. But you also want to close it with that. String email text to string. So now you want to check if email is empty, and if it is empty, you give them a toast. Toast.makeText fill in or field, or enter your email. Then after that, we want to check if user exists in the database. So if check if user exists, just hold on a bit. If the user exists, you want to reset password and pass email. Yeah, but we have to implement this method. So that, let's finish this. Else user does not exist exactly. So we are going to implement this. Yes, reset password. Sorry, reset password. Yeah, we don't need this. No, we don't need this here. We actually need it. It's supposed to be here on the reset password. So check if user exists. So apologies. So we are going to create a cursor DB. That's because we have not implemented the my DB helper. DB helper is equals to that. Yes. So private. Yes. Import. Yes. So now this DB runs well. So cursor. So boolean exists is equals to cursor dot move to first. Not move to first, cursor.get count, get count, and it should be greater than 0. And if it is greater than 0, cursor close, return exits. Yeah, so this basically checks in users where the user email is, that email. And if it is found, we reset it. Should go to the next page, which is reset password, intent, new intent. So if check user exists, email text, then do this. You're going to pass this data, this email text, and go to new intent, forgot password activity, then reset password activity, intent input extra, email. Is it how it is saved? Let me check. Email, yeah, that's how it's saved, email. Start activity intent. Else user does not exist. and this should work. So override, obviously destroy, yeah, close that, rerun. It should work. If I put a right email, it should go to the next page. So forgot password, enter your email at 123, user does not exist, so admin at 123.com. you see it goes. So now we are done with this. Now activity reset password. So this is where we are. Activity reset password, split right. Now this is what I should split right. So we want input new password. So edit text this, and then we need another edit text confirm new password. So input new password and confirm new password, then reset password, import class. So on click listener, it's not gonna give me set password. That's it. So first we need to make this a string, new password. So string new password dot get text. Sorry, so it should be string m password is equals to new password dot get text. So the same C password, can name them the same thing. That's why it was giving an error. So if new password is empty, toast please enter and confirm your password. That's the best way to that if it's empty. But what if passwords do not match? Passwords do not match. But what if now if they match? If equals C password, now you want to tell them password updated successfully, then we update the password. So actually we have covered this. So this, we should change it with a method to change the password. You can call it update password in database, and you are passing user, now you're passing email and new password. So this email, we are getting the one which we passed from here. See email text. So email text. So string email text. Yeah. So email. So then we implement this. So you remember we created content values in main activity. Content values, are they not here or in the register? Created some content values. Yeah. So this is what we are going to change. So content values is equals to content values is equals to new content values. So values dot put password, new password, then int rows affected db update here. Users value email, change this to public. Return rows affected. I know why I'm getting, I know why. Another rookie mistake. I thought, yeah, I had imported it, but it was in the last. So here, rows affected, return rows affected that are greater than 0. Yeah, and that should work. And always remember on destroy. Waiting, protected, wait don't destroy, but don't destroy. Yeah. So they should run. Let's see. So forgot password. Have at 123.com. Reset password. 1234. 1234. Submit new. Error. We have an error. Mayday. We have an error. Attempt to that you should initialize your database. My DB helper. DB, and this should fix the error very fast, very quickly. So forgot password, admin at 123 reset 123. But now when I click on submit, it doesn't. So we have to check. We need to see, because if password is empty, please enter and confirm your password. If password is not equal, passwords do not match. If update, you want an intent import class, but we also want another else error updating password. So let's see what error we are getting. So here we are, forgot password. Admin at 123.com reset 123 done. Error updating passwords. And so I believe the issue could be caused by how we are passing the email. So forgot password, user email input extra email. That's not how we have saved it. It's the email. Yeah, user email. Let's see if that fixes. Forgot password. 1, 2, 3. Password updated successfully. So the issue was that. So let's try changing it to admin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try admin 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So, and with that, the app is complete. The app is complete. We have created a login page, a register page, and we have also created a forgot password page. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you for watching the whole of it, and remember, all the code that I've written here will be available in the description below via my GitHub. So like the video, share with someone, comment on what I should do next, and if you're having errors, also comment so that I can see how I can help. See you in the next one.